Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive videoscopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of December 20th, 2020. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological week, without a doubt. We, of course, have the very big news, which is the Great Conjunction. Now, the Great Conjunction is the meeting of Jupiter and Saturn. It takes place about once every 20 years. And when it takes place, it represents a change, a shift in what it is now that we, as society, as culture, as humanity, are going to actually manifest what was once a dream, a more idealistic vision, now has the potential to become real. For some, this is going to represent a seed moment, the very beginning. For others, this is going to be a moment of culmination. For the collective, with this energy taking place in the sign of Aquarius, we can expect big technological leaps, healthcare leaps forward, healing energy, infusing more people around the world than perhaps we've known in a long time, and information becoming more accessible moving forward from here. Now, I did speak about this great conjunction at length in the Saturn special horoscope, in the Jupiter special horoscope, so I will link to them in the description below. But this week has other things taking place that are special outside of the Great Conjunction, although I will say that really is getting all the glitz and the glamour and the glory right now. But we also have one of the last peak moments as part of the larger Mars retrograde season. Yes, we're not completely out of Mars retrograde season just yet. It is going to be at the end of next week that Mars will leave shadow. So think back, it has been since the middle of summer. That was when Mars went into shadow. In mid-September went retrograde, mid-November went direct, and now we are in the final stretch. This is Mars retracing the steps that he took when he was retrograde, when he was previously in shadow. And it is right in the middle of the week on Wednesday that we are going to have the third and final alignment between Mars and Pluto. This is a key characteristic of this larger Mars retrograde season. Mars is moving through its home sign of Aries. That gives it that much more magnetism, that much more power. And it is going to be Mars that will align with Pluto in this conversation of tension that astrologers call a square. Pluto moving through the sign of Capricorn, which has to do with power and hierarchies and power structures. And as I consider this, especially that this is going to be taking place right around the 23rd, but given how visceral this energy is, we will very likely be feeling it all week. There's a lot of intensity with us now. And it is about channeling this to our advantage that is going to make all the difference. This energy can bring with it tremendous achievement, focus, determination, courage. But it can also bring about circumstances where we are left feeling drained or uncomfortable or even angry. Now, I know I spoke about this at length in the Mars retrograde special horoscopes that I did. And it's worth saying again, if it is that you know, and especially with a week like this, a lot of people are connecting with family, perhaps people that they don't see very regularly. And even though some of those connections now are happening in the online sphere, just know this energy asks for self-care. If there are people that you know that have a way of pushing buttons, not all of us may have easy breezy relationships with extended family. And if you know you have people who in some way, after you've spent time with them, well, they make you feel tired, they make you feel drained, they make you feel provoked, that tendency is that much stronger under this sky. And so make sure you're listening to yourself, you're practicing self-care, you're doing the best that it is that you can do for you, and use this energy, channel this energy towards an effort that matters to you, towards where it is that you're hoping to create meaningful change in your life. Now, for the collective, we may see energies run very intense at this time. But I do really love the very strong Jupiter-Saturn energy this week as well, because I feel like that's going to be the step back. That's going to be the invitation to rise above our immediate and emotional reactions, to rise above our impulses, and rather to consider and contemplate things from a perspective that allows us to feel as if we choose how to respond. We choose how it is that we are going to engage or interact, and we are going to understand that we can make sense of events and things and feelings and not lose ourselves in them. That is one of the many gifts of this time. With the big energies of Saturn and Jupiter and the intense energies of Mars and Pluto, we may lose sight of the fact that Mercury is active this week as well. And this is important because it is ultimately Mercury that encourages us to make sense of whatever may be happening in our lives, to understand it on a level of intellect, and then to have that reach deeper levels of heart. It is going to be at the very beginning of the week that the sun will meet Mercury in the sky in the sign of Sagittarius. So this is very adventurous. This is very worldly. And it encourages us to think more expansively and more optimistically. It magnifies the tendency to be open to the world and to see where it is that we may end up, if it is that we not just go with the flow, but follow inspiration. This sign also speaks to understanding that there are certain experiences, credentials that sometimes need to be put into place, or at least the work needs to be done to put them into place, that you hope will manifest into bigger and better in the fullness of time. Now, what that looks like for us, where our curiosity is taking us, where our personal truth may be guiding us, all of that may come into focus at the start of the week. But then very quickly, over the course of Sunday and Monday, both Mercury and the sun will change signs, moving into the sign of Capricorn. So happy birthday to all the Capricorns out there. This is the beginning of Capricorn season. And boy, is it starting out strong with the great conjunction taking place at the winter solstice. It will be as we navigate late into the week, right around Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are on the planet. That is when Mercury is going to speak in supreme harmony with Uranus. I love this energy. I think it is so exciting. I think it is something to celebrate now. And it is this beautiful energy of Mercury and Uranus, which speaks to, just on the one hand, good news. That's what this reflects to me. It is good news. It is fresh insights, new ideas, synchronicity being very high now, which is being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, and it feels as if it makes all the difference. And this can be that sense of engaging others, but also having a sense of our own goals in mind. That is Mercury in Capricorn now. And there's this sense of Uranus change, this sense of leaping into our future that is so exciting at a time like this. I am especially encouraged by the fact that this beautiful energy does say that we may get the information that we need. We may feel as if we are very quickly aligning with a success that matters to us, that feels like a lucky break, that feels as if we are now more clear about what's worth achieving and maybe what no longer is. And as we find that clarity, very quickly we can welcome in opportunity to align with it. What I love about this week for us, well, of course, it is the great conjunction that really is the very big news. I've been talking about this for a while in the Decade Ahead video, in the Saturn special video, in the Jupiter special video recently posted as well. And so I just want to say that, yes, this is special. These are special times. This rare phenomenon only takes place once every 20 years. And it has been centuries, literally centuries, since we've had this great conjunction in the sign of Aquarius. And in many ways, this represents an important transition, a rebirth of sorts. The winter solstice, in and of itself, was long conceptualized as a rebirth by spiritual traditions, mythic understanding. And so now here we are, one symbol of change and starting fresh and beginning a new chapter, and another symbol having to do with stepping into the future. Well, all of this tells me that we really are living in exciting times. With Mars speaking with Pluto, it is so important not to get caught up in the details, not to get caught up in the instant emotion or the impulse or the aggravation. And what feels so urgent really may not be. It becomes that much more to our advantage to want to raise the energy, to want to think things through, to understand, and to understand ultimately that it is when we are accessing our more rational faculties, it is when we are willing to see things from a perspective that is higher, more humanitarian, more egalitarian. It is a blessing, not only to those with whom we may interact, but it blesses us as well. There's something profoundly liberating knowing that we are all alike, that we are all the same, and that we are connected as part of this larger, incredible human experience and human family. It is the energy of Aquarius that invites us to raise our vision, to raise our hopes, to get lofty, to dream, and to know that the things that we wish on have that real potential to unfold now and to come true. Well, thank you so much for watching. What do you love about this week? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading you guys. And to prove it to you, here are some of my recent favorite comments. And thank you. Thank you so much to everybody who comments, who subscribes, who likes, who shares, all of it. It means so much to me, and I love interacting with you. Thank you. And it is the rebirth of Superstar. It is here. I am amazed. I am excited. I am so happy, and I feel so grateful to be at this place, to have the ability to share with you something that I actually think is incredibly valuable, which is in-depth weekly insights into the sky for each and every sign. And I was reflecting on how to tap into this beautiful great conjunction energy. And one of the realizations I had really was because of my experience with Choose Your Tuition Rate with Synchronicity University. And Choose Your Tuition Rate, that launched earlier this year, shortly after the pandemic. And I launched that because I realized that quality astrology education is so valuable, and especially with the insecurity that people were feeling and some may still be feeling, it may not feel accessible to a lot of people out there. And I wanted to reach people. I wanted to connect with you. I wanted to share what I love to do, which is share astrology. And I wanted to make it something that more people could tap into, whether it was by choosing your tuition rate as low as just $5 a class, or whether that was through offering scholarships. And so I was delighted and surprised to see how successful Choose Your Tuition Rate has been all the ways in which it has reached, and astrological education has been able to reach so many people. And over the course of 2020, one great thing that happened was that I was able to expand my school, Synchronicity University, and start bringing truly world-class speakers to you at a fraction, like literally a fraction of what you would otherwise pay to learn from them. And I was so inspired by this. I was inspired by those of you who have contributed to the scholarship fund. I've been inspired by those of you who have reached out and thanked me for offering these classes at such a low rate, that I have decided to bring that spirit to Superstar. And Superstar is my membership. It is near and dear to my heart. My superstars are near and dear to my heart. I get together with them every single month online, and I get to know some of them, and I know how very, very dear they are to me. And Superstar features lots of wonderful content that you can't get on YouTube, that you can't get anywhere else. The main feature is expanded exclusive videoscopes for each and every sign. So just like you get the monthly horoscopes on YouTube, and I continue to offer them on YouTube for everyone, I have, through Superstar, weekly versions of that where we get to dive into the nuances each and every week and look at what the week ahead means for you and for your sign. And so now, starting at just $3 a month, just $3 a month, you can get unlimited access, not only to your sign for the week ahead, but to all signs for the week ahead. So the weekly videoscopes now are going to be available at choose your tuition rate. As low as $3 a month gets you access to all 12 signs. And then there are higher tiers. If you go up to $10 a month, you will also get access to all the special horoscopes for each and every sign. I have a lot of people out there who maybe once a year or twice a year, they come onto my site and they buy a whole lot of special horoscopes, and I appreciate that so much. But now, if you want, you can get $10 a month and you get to have access to all of the special horoscopes, in addition to all of the weekly horoscopes each and every week, in addition to a live event with me, in addition to early access to the monthly horoscopes that you get on YouTube. And then there are higher tiers. So higher tiers, if you feel so inspired, they include all access class passes for future classes of Synchronicity University, going all the way up. They feature consultations with me, a 1-hour consultation. And so I hope that you will check it out. Superstar has a brand new home at NadiyaShawSuperstars.com. And it is at NadiyaShawSuperstars.com. If you've come into the Superstar space before, or even on my website before, I think it is going to be a much improved, much joyous experience, because you will see the site is lightning fast, it's easy to navigate, it's intuitive, all the information is there. You get what it is that you're hoping to access, and you're able to find it easily. You can cancel anytime, you can upgrade, you can downgrade, and choose how you want to do that all on your own. Very easy to navigate to that as well. And so, yes, please join us. I would love to welcome you. I hope that you will join me on this brand new excursion, this brand new journey. It is exciting. It is very exciting. And I was saying earlier today when I was teaching with Synchronicity University, I was saying, look, I am now going to be offering something that I have been offering, but at a fraction of what I was offering it at. And so either this is going to like all of the ways in which I'm able to provide for myself and for my family and for my parents, all of that may, go way back, or this is going to be something that ends up reaching a whole lot of people, and a lot of people are going to be able to benefit from these weekly videoscopes. And I think that they are valuable. I hope that they fill you each and every week with hope, with inspiration. You can check out the video for your sign. You can check out the video for other people in your life as well. And you would be very welcome as one of my cherished superstars. And so click on the link in the description below. This is very exciting. This is a brand new chapter, and it truly is a rebirth of Superstar in so many ways. Like I said, brand new server, brand new format, brand new platform, brand new offerings with choose your membership rate. And we also get live events at the full moon and a meditation we do at the full moon together. And there's just a lot of insight, wisdom, love, and my hope is fun to be had. So I hope that you will join me at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. Synchronicity University Choose Your Tuition Rate is on right now, but not for much longer. And the classes for this year, for 2020, have wrapped up. They are done, but we've got lots of exciting classes coming up ahead as we launch into a brand new year. Now, my own classes with Synchronicity University, the winter session 2021, over the last 2 years, I have done 2 classes per planet. And so we went through each planet looking at sign and house and then looking at aspects to that planet. And I've done a few asteroids as well. Well, now I'm going to bring that same spirit to additional asteroids, but mainly to houses. And we are going to start moving towards these different sessions, flushing out what is taking place with the houses, and 2 classes per house are going to be taking place over the course of 2021 and 2022. We are going to start with the second house because this has to do with money. And I do think, given that in 2021, we're going to have these ongoing squares of Saturn and Uranus and Taurus, I think that is going to be a lot of people wanting to empower themselves financially. And so my hope is that with these classes on the second house, you get to understand something about how it is that you can create prosperity for yourself. And we are going to look at signs on the cusp of the second house, and we're going to be looking at planets in the second house as well as ruling planets of the second house. Depending on what house they're in, what does that mean? How do you combine it? So we'll have 2 classes on the second house. We're going to have 1 class on the 8th house, the first class on the 8th house, money, power, respect. Later in the spring, we are going to do the second class on the 8th house. So this is where we're looking at the sign on the cusp of the 8th house and what that means for you, not only in terms of wealth, but this also has to do with how you understand authentic power, also mundane, literal power. It has to do with vulnerability. It has to do with trust and trust issues and so much more. We are going to delve into the symbolism of the 8th house and how you approach it based on what sign is on the cusp of the 8th house. And then we're going to have a class on series, moving through the signs and houses and what that means for you in your natal chart. And then we're going to have a class on astrology and the chakras. So we are going to have a very exciting winter session of 2021. And Choose Your Tuition Rate is on now to the end of the month, which really isn't that much time. We've got like 10 days left in the year, in the month. And so I hope that you will join me Saturday afternoons, whether you join us live, you catch it on the replay, or you watch the download. You would be very welcome to join us online at synchronicityuniversity.com. Links in the descriptions below. We also have incredible teachers, world-class teachers that are going to be joining us, not only for a speaker series, but a very special 5-pack class. So let's start with that 5-class package from Michael Barwick on Fixed Stars. I am going to post a video about him talking about how exciting this class is, because we really are going to go through 28 fixed stars and look at how to interpret them in the natal chart and what they mean for you. Michael Barwick is back by popular demand, one of the most popular teachers we've had so far at Synchronicity University. And he really is the guy to talk about fixed stars. There's really not a lot of information out there. And the information that is there at Choose Your Tuition Rate, that is unheard of, as low as just $5 a class. And so click on the link in the description below. When you look at this, the first class is on understanding how to interpret fixed stars. And then the second class goes through Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and major important fixed stars there. The third class will be Cancer, Leo, Virgo. and the fixed stars, the key fixed stars there. Our fourth class will be looking at some key fixed stars in the signs of Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. And then our final class looks at key fixed stars in Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And so it's organized, it's methodical, it's fun, it's insightful, it's educational. And to get a course like this at such a low rate really is such a treat from Michael Barwick. And so I hope that you'll join us. Link is in the description below. Now that class is going to start in February. I have to touch base with Michael Barwick about extending the Choose Your Tuition rate, but for now, it's definitely going on for the rest of this month. I'll try to extend that into January as well. But for now, you know, without a doubt, you can get that. Link is in the description below. Our other very special speaker series is coming up in January, right around the corner. So yes, Choose Your Tuition rate is going to be operative right now as we move towards the end of the year. And this is truly world-class, incredible, and in some cases, really legendary speakers who are going to come and join us. Really the big dog astrologer that I'm so excited to share with you is the great Michael Luton. Michael Luton is award-winning. He wrote for Vanity Fair for 25 years, and he really is so brilliant. Me, as a grown-up astrologer, I have taken workshops with him. Like, he's just that good. And I have learned so much in those workshops that I have taken of his. And so to be able to bring that knowledge and that insight and the entertainment value that he brings, I think is such a treat. And so it is with Michael Luton that we will be exploring a Tibetan New Year's Eve and looking at healing and looking at the astrology. And I think it's going to be such a lovely experience. So I hope that you will join us. Other incredible astrologers who are going to be there as part of the speaker series coming up include Akila Moon, who's going to be teaching on Venus and Vesta. We are going to have Candace April, who's going to be teaching on the Saturn-Uranus square that I was talking about just a little bit earlier. We will also have the amazing Alex Trenowith. Now, she is a world expert on the astrology of adolescence, and that's what she's going to be teaching on. And she's written books on this. She's been a teacher for so many years, and I think she's going to bring such an interesting perspective in helping us to understand the astrology of adolescence. And we also have the great Patricia Walsh. Patricia Walsh is a renowned evolutionary astrologer and the School of Evolutionary Astrology. And she's going to be looking at Pluto generation. So the Pluto generation is alive now. What does that say about your generation? That's what we are going to be exploring from a depth and evolutionary perspective. She spoke in Toronto many years ago, and she was so popular. People were so excited to have her there. And so I do think it is such a treat and so exciting to be welcoming her at Synchronicity University along with all of these speakers. So I hope that you will join us. Choose Your Tuition rate is operational right now until the end of the month, and the links are in the description below. I have a very exciting partnership happening right now until the end of the year with the truly iconic Astro twins. Now, I think I've shared this before, but the Astro twins are truly legendary. And I remember as a baby astrologer seeing their books and seeing their presence and just feeling like, and just looking up to them, feeling like, wow, that's how I felt when I thought about the Astro twins. And so now to have a partnership with them, it just makes something within me dance. It is so exciting to me. And this is a really wonderful deal that they have put together, that they asked me to participate in. And so this is a package that includes 5 classes, 5 Synchronicity University classes from me, my 3-class package on Astro Magic, and 2 classes on the major arcana tarot for astrologers. And you also get, as part of this package, a ticket to their live masterclass for 2021, and you get the book for 2021 as well. They have this amazing, thorough reference guide to the year ahead that they put out every single year. This book is a must-have for a whole lot of people out there. And you get all of this in a single package, a package worth over $300 for just $99. And so click on the link in the description below to check out my amazing and limited time partnership with the iconic Astro twins. And you can get my take on your unique birth chart by checking out my partnership with Cosmogram. Again, link in the description below for that as well. Now, this is me giving you my interpretation of the different planetary placements in your chart. So what happens is you go onto the Cosmogram website, you enter your birth data, and within hours, you will be sent a PDF, digital copy of your chart and sections that explain the interpretation of different dynamics playing out there. I have written those different sections, and so you do get my interpretation of your unique birth chart. And thank you so much for all the love, all the enthusiasm that this chart has gotten. I was just thinking earlier about my aunt who gifted me my own copy of a printout of a chart, and that was 25 years ago, about. I was a very young lady at the time, but it was like me on paper, and it really was so insightful. It was a personal revelation and a revolution, really, because it truly put me on a path of greater passion for astrology in a way that I hadn't known before that. And so for me to facilitate that, or at the very least help you to learn something new, another consideration about yourself, it is such a privilege. So I hope that you'll check that out. Link is in the description below. And a quick announcement, thanks to my friend Brandy Jasmine, I now have written weekly horoscopes on my website from her. And these horoscopes are simple, they're to the point, they're updated each and every week for each and every sign. And so this gives you a chance to check out and read your astrology horoscope as written by my incredible friend. And I hope that you enjoy them. And click on the link in the description below, brand new written weekly horoscopes on my website right now. And thank you. Thank you so much again for being here. Thank you for joining me on this amazing adventure. Now, the amazing adventure is the astrological adventure, the adventure we call life, but of course, my superstar adventure as well. It is a leap of faith. That is what is taking place here for me to offer Superstar at such a discounted rate. But I do feel like this amazing, great conjunction energy, it is meant to be egalitarian. It is meant to be humanitarian. And I really do feel like these weekly horoscopes can help so many people, whether it is to give you insights, to give you hope, to remind you of the wisdom playing out at all times. The fact that I can now share them at a choose your membership rate, well, I hope that you absolutely love them and cherish them. And I know that I cherish each and every one of my superstars and my friends and my fans and my students. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll be here next week. It's not Happy New Year just yet. That'll be next week, but it is the last full week of 2020. I hope that you enjoy it or just do something special. Self-care is very special. Practice self-care now and tap into some of that great conjunction energy. It truly is very, very special. And thank you. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.